The Princess and the Dragon Story. Once upon a time, in the grand and prosperous kingdom of Aridoria, there lived a king and a queen with their daughter named Lyra. Princess Lyra wasn't like an ordinary princess who liked balls, grand feasts, functions, and waiting for a prince. Instead of, she preferred climbing trees, reading ancient books, and learning swordplay. One evening, as the sun dipped below the mountains, Princess Lyra was searching something in a royal ancient room. In the room, she found an ancient box in which there was an ancient map pointing to the lair of Draven, the last golden dragon. Lyra's heart raced with excitement. She wanted to know the truth of the dragon. She wanted to talk about it to her friends, but then she decided to keep it a secret. One evening, Lyra, dressed in a light blue travel cloak and carrying a small silver dagger, mounted her loyal white horse Astra and set off on a journey to find the truth. Her path was full of adventures and secrets. Firstly, she found herself in the whispering woods where trees murmured secrets in the wind. As Princess Lyra rode into the whispering woods, a cold mist flittered through the air, making every shadow seem alive. Lyra tightened her grip on Astra reins. The deeper Lyra went, the more she heard them. The whispers. They came from every direction.
Turn back, princess. You are not welcome here. The dragon will devour you.
Lyra's heart pounded, but she refused to show fear. She whispered to herself,
"These are the prince of the forest."
After escaping the whispering woods, Princess Lyra and her horse Astra arrived at the Bridge of Echoes, a massive, strong bridge set to repeat your greatest fear aloud. With every step, the bridge came alive with whispers. At first they were distant, but soon they became words, echoing Lyra's biggest fear.
"You will fail, Lyra. The dragon will destroy you. Your kingdom does not need you."
The whispers grew louder, but Lyra no longer listened. As she galloped forward, the voices faded, and then she was on the other side. The moment she stepped off, the bridge behind her vanished into mist as if it had never been there. And then she reached to the Shadow Peak Mountains, so tall that their tops vanished into the clouds. By crossing the mountains, finally Lyra arrived at the cave. The entrance was framed with gleaming blue crystals. Lyra walked into the cave. As she stepped forward, a deep voice shook the ground. The huge dragon roared in a loud voice.
"Who dares enter my domain?"
"I am Princess Lyra of Aridoria. I do not seek gold. I seek the truth."
"You are different from the others, kind and humble. I am not a monster, but a guardian of lost knowledge. Come, I will show you my treasure."
Lyra walked with the dragon. His treasure was not the jewels or diamonds, but a vast underground library filled with the wisdom of ages. Lyra was greatly impressed by that and requested the dragon to share his wisdom with her. For weeks, Lyra stayed with the dragon, learning ancient magic, forgotten histories, and wisdom lost to time. She realized that true power wasn't in weapon or riches, it was in the knowledge and understanding. After a few weeks before her departure, she thanked the dragon to share the immense knowledge and wisdom with her, and dragon gifted her some valuable books. She said goodbye to her new friend Draven and set off on a journey back to Aridoria. When she returned to Aridoria, the king and queen was overjoyed to see her. She told her parents about her adventure and the knowledge and wisdom she got from Draven. She ruled the Eldoria with wisdom instead of fear, and her kingdom flourished like never before. And so the wisdom and knowledge of Dragon lived always with her.
Dear friends, my adventure teaches us that true strength always comes from within, by facing our fears and believing in yourself. And the real treasure is the knowledge and wisdom a person holds, not the gold and jewels.
The Curse of Evermir. Once upon a time, there was a beautiful and prosperous kingdom called Evermir. It was a place of unparalleled beauty, with rolling emerald hills, crystalline rivers, and forests that whispered secrets. The kingdom of Evermir was ruled by a wise and just queen named Seraphina. She was beloved by her people, and her reign was marked by peace and prosperity. Seraphina had a beautiful daughter named Elena, who had the most beautiful magical voice. When she sang, everything carried warmth and life. Flowers would bloom instantly, and her voice was the strongest when she sang with her heart.
Wake with the sunlight that day. Night brings joy like a song flowing. Hush, little flowers, open your eyes. Feel the warmth as the blackbird flies. Mountains will echo, rivers will grow. When voices unite, the magic will grow. Every note a spark so bright, lifting the world in colors white. Sing with the wind, let it carry the tune. Bright as the dawn, soft as the moon. Evermir shines, the sun has begun. A melody born with the rise of the sun.
However, the queen's younger sister, Morgana, was consumed by jealousy and ambition. Morgana sought power at any cost and delved into forbidden dark magic to overthrow her sister. One fateful night, Morgana cast a terrible curse upon Evermir. She called a shadowy entity known as the Spirit of Sorrow and ordered him to bring sorrow to the Evermir that would last forever. Before Seraphina could stop her, Morgana vanished, leaving the kingdom to suffer. From that day on, the Evermir faded, the rivers lost their glow, the skies grew silent, and the people looked sad and terrible. The queen saw all this and summoned a prophecy master oracle, a mysterious personality who spoke in riddles. Oracle spoke,
Your salvation lies in the voice of the pure, a child of light, blessed with a melody unlike any before. She alone will sing the lost song, and with her voice the curse shall be undone. The stars will awaken at her call, and Evermir shall sing once more.
You are talking about Elena, right?
Yes, my queen, you got it right. Elena voice is the key, and for that, she had to go through the forest to the forgotten castle where your sister is living. She will sing the lost song to her, and everything will be normal.
The queen thanked the oracle and told Elena about the prophecy. Determined to break the curse, Elena set out on a journey to the enchanted forest. The woods are unlike anything Elena has seen before. The trees grow faintly, their leaves whispering secrets in the wind. Strange fireflies flicker in different colors, creating a magical path. Just as Elena starts to feel lost, a voice calls out,
Going somewhere, little songbird? I am Finn, and you, dear girl, are about to embark on a most dangerous adventure.
And how do you know that?
I knew everything, my dear, and I am here to serve you. Let me guide you to the forgotten castle.
They both started exploring the woods. Finn took Elena to the Golden Bridge. Together they crossed the Golden Bridge. They traveled deeper into the woods.
Stay close, little songbird. This place is alive and it loves playing tricks on travelers.
They soon came upon a maze where a giant owl was standing.
Who dares enter the forest of echoes?
Just a fox and a songbird passing through.
Not without proving your worth. One path leads forward and the other one led you back to where you started. Now choose your path.
Oh, I hate riddles.
Elena, however, closed her eyes. She could hear something faintly, a distant melody hidden in the wind, a deep tune. She took a step towards the path where the song was strongest. The moment she did, the maze vanished.
You listen well, child of melody. Go forth, but beware, your greatest trial awaits.
The forest grew darker as they ventured further.
We are in the Phantom Marsh, a place where lost souls wander. Don't touch and pay attention to anything. Don't pay attention and move forward.
But Elena knew what she had to do.
I walk through shadow, I walk through night, lost in the hush of the fading light. Whispers call, cold winds sigh, but the stars still shine in the endless sky. The mist may curl, the storm may roar, but my heart sings strong forevermore. No curse can hold, no chains can bind, for a song of truth is a light divine. The mist may curl, the storm may roar, but my heart sings strong forevermore. No curse can hold, no chains can bind, for a song of truth is a light divine.
Your voice is really something, you know that?
Elena smiled, though she knew the real battle was still ahead. They walked on the stone bridge to the castle, which had a huge iron gate.
Goodbye, sweetie. Look, you have got the kind of magic no one else does. This castle, it's been waiting for you, not me. If I step inside, I will just be another shadow in the dark. Good luck and believe in yourself. I know that you will break this curse.
But I can't do this alone.
You are not alone, Elena. Not really. Your magical song is in you. The stars are listening, and me too.
Elena entered into the castle. As she goes little further, Morvina appears.
Hello, Elena. I'm waiting for you. You cannot beat me.
But Elena does not fight with magic. She fights with music. And she began to sing the one final lost song.
Lost in time, lost in night. Let my voice bring back the light. Evermir, your song will rise. Stars will wake in silent skies. Chains will break, hearts will see, shadows fall, and we are free.
You know, Elena, I was once like you, a girl who sang to the stars.
But before she can say more, she vanishes in a swarm of black mist and the curse was broken. Elena came back to her kingdom and saw Evermir blooms once more. Its rivers sparkle again, forests flow, and the people of Evermir will be happy again. Elena was welcomed by the people and her mother, celebrating her success. She also saw Finn smiling.
You did it, songbird.
It's all because of you and your guidance, my beautiful friend.
And so the Evermir flourished once more, a kingdom of song, light, and endless joy, and they all lived happily ever after.
Dear friends, our adventure teaches that hope and courage can break even the darkest curses, and the light of truth will always triumph over silence and fear.
One story. Once upon a time, a kingdom far away, there lived a king with his 12 sons and only daughter, Elisa. They were a happy family until the king married a wicked queen who was skilled in dark magic. The new queen despised the children and decided to get rid of them. One day, the queen sent Elisa away to a distant village to spend some time see the problems of common people. On Elisa's absence, the wicked queen cast a curse on the 12 princes, transforming them into wild swans. Every day, the brothers would fly as swans, but at night they regained their human form. As Elisa grew older, she was finally allowed to return to the palace. But the queen used magic to ruin her face to make her look ugly. When Elisa arrived, her father couldn't recognize his beloved daughter and sent her away in sorrow. Alone and destitute, Elisa wandered through the woods. One day, she found a stream and washed her face, which restored her beauty. An old man saw Elisa in woods and bowed the princess. The old man took Elisa to his cottage. Elisa started living in woods in small cottage. One evening, when Elisa sat near the stream, she saw 12 swans appeared, and as the sun set, they transformed back into her brothers. Elisa was overjoyed to see her brothers after such a long time. The brothers explained their curse and told Elisa they were forced to remain as swans by day, only regaining their human forms at night. Elisa was determined to break the spell of the queen witch, no matter the cost. That night, in Elisa's dream, a fairy appeared and said to Elisa,
"You will save your brothers, but you need to weave 12 shirts from nettles, which you would gather from graveyards. But there was one catch: you have to complete this task in complete silence. If you spoke a single word before finishing, your brothers would remain swans forever."
Elisa set to work immediately, gathering the painful nettles from the graveyard and spinning them into yarn. Though her hands bled, she toiled on in silence, making the shirts. One day, the king of a nearby country came upon her in the forest, where she was weaving nettles into shirts. Captivated by her beauty and grace, he brought her to his castle. Though Elisa couldn't speak, the king was drawn to her, and they were soon married. But not everyone in the kingdom accepted the mysterious, silent queen. Many thought she was a witch, and soon suspicions and rumors spread. The king's advisors, fearful of her silence, grew suspicious. Eventually, they accused her of witchcraft and sentenced her to death. Still, Elisa did not speak a word in her own defense, determined to break the curse on her brothers. On the day of her execution, Elisa had finished the final shirt. As she was being led to the stake, she saw the 12 swans flying toward her. With one last desperate effort to save her, she threw the shirts over her brothers. In a flash, the swans transformed back into human form. Elisa's silence and sacrifice were finally understood. Her brothers explained the truth of her silence, and the king wept in relief and joy. Elisa was freed, and she and her brothers and the king all lived in peace and happiness from that day forward. The Wild Swans is a story of love, sacrifice, and courage, showing how Elisa's courage and loyalty were strong enough to overcome even the most powerful of curses.